27th of February, 5 former secretaries of defense in the US wrote an open letter to Congress asking them to hold hearings about the firings, I would say illegal firings of a lot of military leaders in the US. 2 days ago, I uploaded a video here on my channel where I talked about what happened in Honduras in 2009, where the president, in order to do a self-coup and perpetuate himself in power by changing the constitution to allow it, to do that, he ordered the military to help him. When the chief of staff refused, the joint chief of staff, he fired him. General Romeo Vasquez Velasquez then went to the Supreme Court in Honduras and challenged his dismissal. They reinstated him, and they even gave him a secret order to detain the president for violating the court. A direct court order which they had issued to forbid him to do what he was doing. Now, it's good to call on Congress to do it, because if Congress takes action, they can stop this. They have the power to impeach the president. But obviously, the Republicans will not do it. I mean, it's clear that Trump deliberately, over a number of years, have promoted to primaries in the Republican Party people who are completely incompetent, not to say stupid. Stupid, ideological people who now fill the halls of Congress, thus rendering Congress impotent and meaningless. Therefore, the only remaining defense of the Constitution is the military. And that is why Donald Trump is firing the military leaders. And he's doing so, obviously, illegally, without cause. Therefore, to defend democracy, and these military leaders have taken an oath to defend democracy, they have to obey their oath, take this to the court and refuse to be dismissed. Ask the court to issue, I think it's called an injunction. I'm not a legal educated person, but ask the court to invalidate these dismissals. Because the only way to hold on to the Constitution and to democracy and the rule of law in the United States is to refuse the president his ideas to fire people that are in his way in order to perpetuate himself and commit a coup d'etat. And this should also be in the interest of SCOTUS, the Supreme Court, because you know what happens as soon as the democracy and the rule of law has fallen? They themselves will also lose all their power. Just look at the country where this has happened, like Venezuela. This is serious. This is not politics as usual. This is a coup d'etat, and it has to be taken as a mortal threat to the US Constitution. So therefore, I make a call on them to go to the courts to challenge their dismissal, to not accept it. And everybody who has been wrongfully dismissed should do the same. This needs to be taken up by the courts. It's a bit cold here. I'm sorry I'm shaking my hand, but it's too cold. I have to stop now.